Ryan, was that the biggest pop you? No. I'm just
There it
kidding.
is. Not bad. Height-wise, for sure. Yeah.
If this is going to be a roast, I'll walk.
No. This is not a roast.
MVP right now.
No.
This is TMZ's Inside the Ring.
Welcome to TMZ's Inside the Ring. I'm Branson Quirke. And typically I have my co-host Roger here, but he's not here today. He decided to take off because he's actually, I think, scared of these two, the Nemeth brothers. And a lot of people are, because they are showstoppers in wrestling. They have a lot of history, obviously. And how do I even give these guys an intro? We're in the presence of wrestling royalty. They are the brothers who declared themselves the best brother tag team of all time. One is a global superstar and former TNA world champion, Nick Nemeth, and the other is a Hollywood author and actor, Ryan Nemeth, also a global wrestling superstar. They are the ultimate showmen, the most controversial brothers in TNA, and they are here to remind you that even without the titles, unfortunately, they are simply better than anyone else. And I saved this to the end of the intro. Unfortunately, I have to say the word former TNA World Tag Team Champions. How you doing, guys?
Hurtful. I was doing good till that last beat, but yeah, we're doing great. And Ryan, between us, we have 4 world championships, if not more.
Between us, we have 4 world championships, AAA Mexico big title, a New Japan title, NXT world title, and
I need to re-record.
The list goes on.
I need to re-record then. I'm very, very sorry, guys. This happened a couple weeks ago with MVP. I forgot to mention a few things, and he almost left the interview. So I'm very sorry.
I would never leave an interview based on not reading off my Googled Wikipedia score points for my accomplishments.
No, it's important. It's very important.
But some people probably.
Are you really re-recording that?
I'll decide depending on how the interview goes.
I'll please don't because
I don't think you need to. But I want to know when it's a good time to crack open my ice cold sugar free Pepsi. I want that to be on the audio.
Oh, okay. Let's do it now.
Okay, ready? Here we go.
I'm ready.
Well, I'm just very thirsty right now.
Okay.
It was kind of a lame noise.
So here's the deal.
I didn't really get a big pop out of it.
We didn't hear anything.
Trust me, it was very loud where I am.
Okay, good. Good acoustics too, obviously.
Oh, that stuff's good. It's so refreshing. I'm trying to get a brand deal with them, so thank you.
Oh, good.
Yeah, Ryan, was that the biggest pop you've? No. I'm just kidding.
There it is. Not bad. Yeah. Height-wise, for sure. Yeah.
If this is going to be a roast, I'll walk.
No. This is not a roast.
MVP right now.
No. This is not a roast whatsoever.
Do it, Ryan.
Is that Diet Pepsi, by the way? Are you Pepsi-free guy?
Sugar-free.
Sugar-free? Pepsi-free Back to the Future?
Zero sugar.
Okay. All right. I'm more of a
black
Coca-Cola
can. It kind of matches the jacket.
It does. But you're already ready to go, looks like, before you head out.
I'm ready for our match on Sunday.
Yeah, Ryan, are you in your gear for Sunday and just warming up and jumping rope and just turning a light switch on and off, ready to go?
Well, this is the biggest week of the year for me. If I let the heart rate go down even for 1 minute, I'm liable to pass right out.
Oh, that's smart.
I don't want to miss the show.
Just keep it up. That's you can't get a hangover if you just keep drinking for the rest of your life.
But
you know what I mean? You make a great point.
Where is your hometown man mask, Ryan?
Great question.
I keep it in safe with my passport and my fake passport.
Excellent.
Oh, okay.
And a fake mustache.
Just admitting to federal crimes.
I just took it off someone else's lips.
Yes.
So, guys, we've got Bound for Glory this Sunday, October 12th, and I got a lot of questions for you because a lot's happening on Sunday. Obviously, the big match of the night, the Hardy Boys versus Team 3D for the final time ever for the TNA World Tag Team Championships. And I have to say, you guys are slated to be at Bound for Glory, but in what capacity? Because you guys are going to be there, but can you give us a little hint as to why you're going to be there? Because you guys don't have a match currently slated right now.
That is currently accurate. Over the next television or so, you will notice some things changing and happening. We've been working on something behind the scenes for a while. We will be absolutely there and booked on the show, but we're hoping it all comes through this Thursday and gets announced. So we're working on it still. We will be there. We have something important to do that we've been working on, and it's not our time. This, as much as it's going to be the biggest, possibly biggest Bound for Glory in history, that special moment with the tag titles and the tables match, as much as I would love to ruin that for everyone, they've earned their keep, and both teams will be absolutely, it's out of my hands. They are on their own to go steal the show and do what they do best for one last time. And we will let them have this just because sometimes we don't agree with some of the guys who are the good guys on the show. It doesn't mean that we don't want special moments and matches to happen. I'm all in for this one. I'm going to be watching from the monitor or peeking through the curtain.
Okay.
Well, I'm pretty pissed off that we're not in that match.
Because we're famous for our tables matches with the Hardy Boys and the Dudleys since before you were born.
The match, I think honestly the big showcase for that night should be us, the Nemeth, again against the Hardys and winning the titles back. So frankly, those guys popping up out of nowhere and saying, "Oh, can we also be on the show?"
Yeah,
that kind of sucks.
So you guys are kind of doing a favor for the Hardys right now a little bit. Is that what you're saying?
I feel like we're letting the baby have their bottle. Yes, of course. And Ryan, as much as we're on the same page here, we have nothing to do with their 40-year rivalry, but also being there, it doesn't mean they just get to have the spotlight for good. Yes, they're having this special moment, but we're also the tag team champions of the future here. So it can't just be, hey, here's the final time they're going to do this, and they do the parade float wave for the next 10 years. This is real able-bodied people ready to go kick ass every day for the next 20 years. So they get to have their moment, and then it goes right back to counting on us to be there to steal the show.
Right. So the championships, they come back to you guys regardless, is what you're saying. They always come back to you like a boomerang. Okay.
What you've just witnessed is this brother tag team in action, you know?
Yeah.
That's the chemistry we have.
On the fly, you know what I mean? Ba-boom, done and done.
Well, guys, you call yourselves the best brother tag team of all time. I have to ask, I mean, a lot of people online have a problem with that. I've been reading a lot of the comments on X and social media calling the Hardy Boys, they should deserve that title. What do you guys have to say to people like that?
Let me say one quick thing about that. At Bound for Glory, we are again doing an amazing sponsorship with Markovic Estates Winery.
Yeah,
we are the face of that sponsorship. Okay, The Hardys are not. Sorry, and I pinned Jeff Hardy. So,
Ryan, I think we need to remind everybody what you pinned Jeff Hardy for again. I forget. I remember you pinned Jeff Hardy, but what was it for?
It was for the World Tag Team Championships. We won, and we were the champions, and I pinned Jeff Hardy. 1, 2, 3 was live. You know, everybody saw it. It was in Los Angeles at Rebellion, and our dad was there watching.
That's true. And Barbara Crampton, perhaps?
And Barbara Crampton and Jeff Tremaine.
Yes.
So, you know, everybody saw, obviously, you, Nick, you're the one that defeated the hometown man's undefeated streak. How did it feel after accomplishing that?
You know, it's, of all the goals that I have, it was like one that was like getting a contract in professional wrestling, getting an action figure, being in a video game, being world champion. Right below that was beating hometown man. That was like the 5th or 6th one. And knowing what he's been doing, as much as I want to laugh at the hometown man and slap him around and steal that mask and have Ryan wear it around, if that happens to be the case, he earned a hell of a run here, and he earned his spot. And he's made a couple big moves and was running through being a town favorite, whatever town we were in, and keeping that undefeated streak. Luckily, unlike a match with Goldberg, I didn't crack any ribs or have to call him a dipshit or anything. But like in that case, I kept my cool and made sure that the better wrestler won in the moment. So we are on the same page. And by we, I mean my brother and myself. And we are in the head of the hometown man. And even my buddy, Matt Cardona, you know, he does it all. And I applaud him for it. But when it comes down to saving the day or getting in the ring with me, sometimes you got to slap him around.
You know, the hometown man lost focus. He got a little too excited and jumped on me. That's his own fault. When you have a streak like that going, you got to try your best and keep your head in a swivel. He blew it. He blew it hard.
Yeah, I would love to say that it was more like us coming through, you know, in a pinch, but he got overzealous, went after Ryan, who was not wrestling in the match, took about a minute outside showboating with Ryan, and when he came in, I kicked the shit out of him. So that happens. Life happens.
He loves
that
doing
way.
that cheer and he's begging the crowd to cheer for him. But hey, man, sometimes that's not the best move.
Yeah.
Guys, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm
hell of a fight, though.
I'll be honest with you. I'm a big hometown man guy because I come from a small town and I just resonate with him. And quite frankly, you guys are more, you give off city vibes a little bit. You're not really you don't give off the hometown type man thing. But Ryan, I gotta say, you taking the mask, stealing that thunder away from hometown man, that's probably rule number 1 in wrestling. You don't take another guy's mask. So how did the fans react to that?
Apparently they didn't like it, but the fact is that no matter what I do in this company, nobody likes it. Nobody likes it. Nobody likes it in the arena. Nobody likes it. I'm making their little internet comments. Nobody likes me on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitter. Like, so I don't care. I'm done caring what people think. I'm going to take a mask if I want to take a mask. Sorry.
There we go.
Good to know. Good to know.
My whole career has been, well, how come you're not with your brother? You suck. Oh, you're with your brother? You suck. Like, all right, what do you want from me?
Sometimes you just can't get through to any people. So,
and the only thing that makes me feel better is that we're gonna do something incredible at Bound for Glory. I know that.
It's going to be monumental one way or another.
It's something that we can't know about now until everybody watches, of course.
Yeah, because we have the matches set up for the big pay-per-view. We know everyone's going to be there. We know we're looking closer and closer to breaking that record. We are going to be there to do something special. We're not there to hang out. There's no reason for me to be hanging out anywhere. It is go time, gotcha. 11 out of 10 every time we do anything. So we will be there and we will be stealing some type of a show one way or another.
And you can't rule out anything from Bound for Glory whatsoever, especially with this new partnership, this new invasion angle that's going on between WWE and TNA, NXT and TNA. I have to ask you guys, because we didn't see you guys in that invasion when TNA stormed in an NXT, but what we did see is Matt Cardona, someone that you guys have had problems with the last month or so, and before this. Do you think Matt is a little in over his head right now, just storming into NXT? What do you guys think about that?
Oh, you let me have this. You know what? I can't answer for him, but all I do know is he's been looking to make a move somewhere else every step of the way, whether it's another country, another federation, another company, a city, you name it. He wants to be there and he wants to be the champion and he wants to have everyone talking about him. And he's done a hell of a job making that happen for his entire career. And I don't know anybody who was happier about a showdown with NXT, WWE, and TNA because he got his way in there. So if anything, had Ryan been there, we would have been fighting for TNA, as that's where we are aligned, period. But we had better things to do. I'm very curious to watch what happens. I'm rooting for TNA. I've been pissed off since Joe Hendry thought he would just make the rounds and go everywhere and have fun exhibitions as the TNA champion and then lost the title to an NXT talent who doesn't even belong in our locker room. So that part got me fired up. So if Santana can't come through here, me and Ryan might have to take a little break as a tag team, and then I step in and take that title back just for TNA, just so we have it, because there's something really disgusting about no matter how cool the relationship is, no matter how fruitful it is, no matter how many people are swarming to check out Impact or check out NXT, we really need to have a locker room leader who is the champion and full-time at TNA, no matter how busy, good, old, young, what they look like, what they do. We need a TNA champion in that locker room. And I'm very serious when I say how pissed off I am about this.
Wow.
It might also be interesting if one of our guys wins an NXT title or a WWE title.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would say, if you're looking at the balance of the world, that's bound to happen sometime soon. Anyways, watch Bound for Glory Sunday, October 12th. Get TNA Plus or see you live there. Who knows what'll happen.
As he shows the Pepsi again. If anybody's listening on audio, he's showing the Pepsi once again.
Yeah.
He's really hoping for that partnership.
Really working on the Pepsi, yeah?
I think it's really better than Coke. It has a little zest to it. It's refreshing.
Why do I feel like the Hardys are going to show up with the Pepsi sponsorship on Sunday? I know.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised. We'd have a Hardy party and then a Hardy cookie contest and then a Hardy high five hangout and then Hardy come check us out in our alternate outfit gears and then the Hardys and the Dudleys and then a picture with the table. And it's like, okay, great. We get all that. Yeah. Yes, you've earned that right. But damn it, let's go. We're the future here.
Yeah.
I mean, not the past,
young
the present and the future. And let's get moving on that.
Good to
It's time
know.
for the next chapter. We are the young, up and coming, young lions of TNA. Let's go.
Yes, we are.
I have to ask, so this partnership with WWE has taken TNA to a total different level, and it's just continuing to rise. What has been the temperature backstage at TNA? Is there anybody that is a little bit against it? Is there anybody that feels like this is not going to benefit TNA whatsoever? But I feel like overall, everybody just loves this right now.
Ryan, go ahead.
It seems like everybody's excited, and the truth is, when someone asks me or finds out, and they see my TNA jacket in the airport, they say, "Oh, you guys are doing that thing with WWE now." Everybody knows about it, and so you can have your feelings about it one way or the other, but the fact is that more people are talking about and watching and attending TNA events, and that is not bad. That is great.
Right.
Very
Yeah.
good.
Absolutely.
I'm sure there's a few backstage, myself included, that were a little weary of like, okay, we have this multi-billion-dollar entity that is being our friend, but what are they getting out of it and what are we getting out of it? And watching that every Tuesday and every Thursday, someone else from a different company is showing up. So it's been great for the fans. It's been awesome. And much like Ryan just said, not just people who watch all the time. Some people like, hey, I heard you got this thing going on. And there's not just a buzz with that. We've delivered when the pay-per-views came through. We've come through in the big moments. We had a special goal a few months ago to absolutely crush Slammiversary, get the people in the door and show them what we're capable of. And I thought we blew the damn doors off. So then it was, hey, here's our next goal. Now that everyone's talking about us, now we don't stop. We don't hit the brakes. We don't cruise. We take it up a notch. And it's like, now we got Bound for Glory where we're trying to break the attendance record. Whether we do or not, we're getting pretty damn close. And there's still a few days to go. It's going to be a huge moment. There's Hall of Fame with the beautiful people and Mickey James. Of course, that ladders match. I mean, Leon Slater's going to look to steal the show like he does every damn time.
Yes. Right.
I really focused right now on somebody from our locker room taking the TNA title back. And much like Ryan said earlier, maybe we take one of their titles and say, hey, listen, this goes both ways. If the clock strikes midnight just at the right damn time, one of us steals one of your titles. And now, hey, how do you like it when it's not in your locker room? It's at our house now.
I also have to ask too, there's been a lot of rumors about a possible TV deal for TNA. We've seen Santino talk about the possibilities of if a TV deal was landed for TNA, a major TV deal. I want to ask you guys, what do you think? Do you think that would benefit TNA in terms of creativity, or do you think getting more suites, as they call it, involved, would that hurt some of the creativity, or do you feel that would be a great thing for the company?
I have loved the partnership. First of all, outside of a TV deal or not, we've gotten to wrestle with different people we would not have. Trick Williams is not someone I've known in real life. Now he's the goddaughter of one of my kids, or godfather of one of my daughter right now. Like we've become really close and great friends. And so I think the more TNA expands, and if there is a TV deal on the line, I'm not in those meetings. That's none of my business. Maybe Nick, you are, I'm not, but I can't see how that could hurt. I think that would be incredible for the company.
Someone who's not in those meetings, but also does his homework, and because of, Sirius XM radio shows that sometimes I'm on and doing the homework behind the scenes for it, I've been following it through. And our president, Carlos, he's been making the rounds just like we are. He's been going everywhere he can to have these meetings. He's been at meetings with us at TNA pay-per-views and left the building to go to his hotel to set up another meeting because he needed to be like in the zone to to talk to someone to come back for the pay-per-view when it started. So it's very much reminds me of the old Vince McMahon days. He would never ask you to do anything that he wouldn't do. So Carlos is out here busting his ass for us to get this deal. And we're doing it every week, whether we go to a convention, whether we do a show, something online, podcast, media, anything. We're getting the word out there. And so far, it just keeps rolling right along, 1% more popular every week. So obviously, a big deal announced for any streaming service, cable TV, whatever the situation is, will be a big moment for us. But then again, the hard work is the next day again. All right, now let's get that word out to everybody. Let's have them tune into our show. And if they go, it's okay, then that might be it. But so far, every impact, every pay-per-view, every moment has been bigger and bigger. So we know what's on the line here. It's not just earning a better TV deal to get everyone talking about us. It's delivering on those shows when that starts, and that lets everybody know. Sure, there's anytime you have, much like the WWE deal, there are some more people calling some shots behind the scenes that you might not know about. When it comes to one of those, yes, we may have to follow some rules, but I don't know that ever changes the creativity and the awesome show that we're putting on. And I have to watch a lot of wrestling to talk about it on the radio. And I watch AEW, TNA, WWE, New Japan, everything.
Wow.
And some people complain that WWE only does 5 matches on a PLE, but they have a lot of time and a lot of stories built up into it. And some people complain that AEW's got 37 matches on a pay-per-view and all those matches deliver, and it's a 19-hour pay-per-view, but everyone goes, this was the greatest thing I've ever seen. I like to think, someone who's behind the scenes and helping out with the show whenever I can, that we are right in the middle of that. All the stories make sense. All the pieces fit. You get some talking segments, but you get a lot of action. You get a little bit of everything. And I really think that's what's having us zone in on being the best of both worlds.
Yeah, that's really well said. And I completely agree with you. To be able to watch multiple programming, it has to be easily accessible. Like for me, for TNA, I go right to YouTube, and TNA is so great about putting everything online that it's so easy for me to find all your matches. Like I found every single one of your guys' matches recently just online very quickly this morning. So I'd also like to talk about the relationship between the both of you. I had a specific question because possibilities are endless in TNA, obviously. You never know what could happen. And you guys obviously are an amazing tag team, being brothers and everything, being family. It's amazing. But I have to ask, what would be the dynamic between you two if either of you became a title holder, whether that's the TNA World Heavyweight Champion or another belt? What would be the dynamic between you two if only one of you held a belt?
I mean, that dynamic has already happened. Nick was TNA World Champion, and I loved it, supported it, and fought for his honor every chance I got. And when Joe Hendry won the title, I kept doing the same.
So if it comes back the other way around, where Ryan's fighting for the world title or any title, not even just in TNA, anywhere around the world, it's as much fun as it is to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to turn on him. I'm not. We're buddies.
Really? Okay.
We support each other, and we're just getting going with our career together because there've been so many years that went by without it that it's like, it'd be different. Have we been working together 20 years? Yeah. You know what? I might have some animosity there. And at some point we make a move, but right now we're just getting going with the dynamic. And as a team, whether someone has a title or fighting for tag titles, or Ryan's doing singles and I'm in a suit, just looking great and helping him, all of that, it's like, there's no negative part to that to me. So there's no like, oh, I'm real jealous now because Ryan got a title. And we just add one more to our group of world championships. It's just one more for both of us to brag about.
It's not even storyline creative wise. Pull back the curtain here. We've only been a team for a few months, Yeah. I mean, it's not like, things are getting stale. You better see. No, this is incredible. Like I said, we're the young up and coming young lions of TNA here.
Young lions.
Can I tell you one little anecdote from Slammiversary, if I may? It's very short, but it hits something pretty hard about this company. It was a record-breaking attendance, so that was incredible. We had a sponsorship with Mark Kovic Wines. We were doing the brand sponsorship with the Naked Gun film that just came out. These are all very big things that are happening. And I actually went to our sales executive, Nicole, and I said, hey, thanks for securing all these things. And she said, no. Thank you guys for wrestling. Without the show you put on in the ring, none of this stuff happens. And I thought, yeah, that's true. And it is people like Leon Slater, people like Mike Santana, like the Nemeth, like, the Elegance brand. These are things people tune in to see. And that's why these brand deals happen. So it's exciting. It's very exciting. I just wanted to toss that in there.
If you two could challenge any past major tag team from the past, it could be from anywhere, who would that be for you guys?
Mila Grace and Harley Hudson.
That was very fast.
Ryan, what were you saying?
I was going to ask if we could name people from like medieval times or Civil War times.
I said
The
the past.
restaurant? From the restaurant?
He's in LA. That's where
the Green Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Green Knight and the other Green Knight. Well, you know what's a really cool one? Us versus the Hardys. I never thought that was ever going to happen. I know the Hardys been wrestling forever and killing it, but I Ryan and myself were rarely anywhere near each other at a company or a card or anything. And getting that chance to be in a story with them, to beat the hell out of them, to have Ryan pin Jeff Hardy and have us become the tag team champions. I don't know if you guys remember that part. Everything that happens.
I do.
Like it was so like, even if we didn't win those titles, having that moment to be in there with them. And I'm here's something out behind the curtain that if Ryan and I early on were not working out, I'm so crazy about what I do that I would have found a pivot for it and said, hey, listen, this team isn't working out. It needs to be 10 out of 10 or 11 out of 10, and it has to deliver. And we got to find a way because I am hardest on myself and my friends and family. But the fact that it kicked ass made me go, okay, with a smile on my face, hell yeah, we're off and running with this. Let's go. Something like that. But Ryan, in the past, we've said Young Bucks before. That would be a fun one because a brother tag team with the same year difference.
I'll confirm the thing you just said, because I often get accused of this. Like, you only wrestle at TNA because Nick made them sign you. Yeah. I will just tell you that Nick has never done anything in that regard.
If anything, I said, bad idea, guys.
Is that the rumor?
Well, we can. Yeah.
Is that the rumor online?
A few years, and I was like, hey, I'd love to get a tryout at OVW or FCW, and you were like, well, maybe do something on your own and get it taped, like. It
wasn't just that. It was like, then maybe I could put in a good word.
Right. But I was,
5 years into my career, not 20.
It wasn't like, well, you're my brother, drag you along. Because that's what a lot of people do who hate me. I get a lot of haters.
You do, Ryan. I'm sorry. You do.
I do. But, it's okay.
But to Ryan's point, that happens a lot. And there's been decades of just like, hey, I'm a legacy, so I get to work at this company. And you're like, I hate that shit. Sometimes you go, hey, listen, I'm a legacy. Okay, so you get a chance to try out with everybody, and we know your last name. That's awesome. That's so cool. You open the door a little bit, but you can't just go, boom, hi, we're related, so now we have to be tag champs, and then he's going to fight for the world title. No, you got to earn your shit, and that's happened so many times. But like I said, every step of the way, I go, we tried to make it the best, and if it wasn't, in a heartbeat, I would say, listen, this isn't working out. I don't want to force something that's not there, but it's beautiful so far. Even with us losing the tag titles, everything that we had, like this camaraderie that we had out of the ring, we had to try and see if it fit in the ring, and instantly it did. It could have taken a while. It could have taken a little bit of time, and just quickly it was just like, okay, this is easier than I thought. It was actually kind of freaking me out. And then I watched it get better and better. And I've had a long time of testing myself and proving that I'm good. Ryan had a big chunk of time off and then is instantly in there with main eventers. And you go, okay, are you going to be exposed or are you going to deliver? And he's delivered every step of the way to where people who originally thought that I dragged Ryan into TNA were like, you know what? What's he doing here? I don't see it. Instantly going, I just remember 2 different bosses went, I don't know what we're doing with Ryan. I don't get it. And then a month later, Ryan is my favorite character on the show. And then 2 months later, I love you guys as a tag team. I hope this goes for 5 years. That is all a testament to him and the work. And if the work wasn't there, I would be the first person to say, this isn't working out.
Are we going to hear you say this on Thursday? All of that.
Possibly.
Everyone would love to hear that.
Hey, I'll also say, there's a lot of major legendary figures working in TNA behind and in front of the camera. I will say there's no chance the Hardys are letting themselves get entwined in a 6-month-long storyline with something that just can't cut it. So I think it's been very vindicating and a big honor to be part of this kind of stuff and to pull my own weight and to learn a lot from all these amazing people, including Nick, who's wrestled for, at least 10 years around the world with the top competition in the whole world. It's, you can't not get better.
Really quick. I'm sorry. I do want to touch on I'm sorry, if you have something to say, Nick, go ahead.
My answer would be the Hardys is the dream, but yes, I would love the Nemeth to go against the Young Bucks somewhere, someday, somehow. There's too many connections, and we got to do it. It's got to happen.
I would love to see that. Ryan, really quick, I want to ask you because TMZ, we're out here in Los Angeles. We're always catching actors and everything. And I really want to ask you about your acting career really fast. Just what it's like being a wrestler in Hollywood, up and coming and everything, especially auditions and everything. Have you found an advantage or disadvantage to being a wrestler in Hollywood so far?
I have found it to be as hard as anything else I've ever, dipped my toes into, which is I take it full. Like tonight, I'll be going to an actor space in Hollywood to my weekly class, which is a 4-hour scene work intensive class. I don't half-ass things or think, oh, I was a wrestler, I'm a wrestler, so I get to have an acting part. No, I'm auditioning just like anybody else, and it's been kind of hard with the pandemic, the strikes, all the AI, but
AI
plugging
especially,
away.
yeah.
And I think the next film I'm in is called Stranglehold. It's a Clark Duke film. I think it's set to come out in December. I don't know that for sure, but I think it is. But I will say, much like I'm paired up with Nick and learning from him, I'll say in the Hollywood acting front, my girlfriend Anna Laurie has been in 2 major giant films this year, and The Black Phone 2 premieres right after Bound for Glory that week. So if
Oh,
you're
hell yeah.
listening, you like scary movies, go see Black Phone 2. I saw it. It's awesome. It's great.
Okay.
Oh, we
yeah.
got me dragging Ryan into TNA and Ryan's girlfriend Anna dragging him into the movies. Wow, what a life for this guy.
I know, right?
Hey,
what about you,
catch me
Nick? Are you
outside.
going to dip your toes in a little bit too?
I'm always down for anything. I really love what I'm doing. I really needed a fresh start to get back into wrestling and get back into like longer matches instead of like my last few years of WWE. There were much shorter matches that didn't mean as much to the show. So I wanted to get back into that tempo to where I'm going every week and doing 30 minutes and making it like now that I got into that zone, I'm down for everything. I do a bunch of different things. Me and Ryan will still do comedy shows, improv shows, TV shows. Anytime something backstage is going on for any type of product placement or something special or even a recycling commercial or something, they grab us because we have that camaraderie and like we can go with anything. We could improv it if we had to. We can make anything cool and fun and happy. So I'm always down. And there's always a couple of emails and DMs that I get through. And we get to a certain point, you get to a meeting and stuff. But that's for people to like, when they want to like let people know that they're going to be in some movie or something maybe and like leak it out and it's like really embarrassing. I would rather just be like, hey, I'm doing everything I can on every possible level just to make myself a better wrestler.
Okay, well, final question. If either of you can answer this, what wrestler biopic would you just have to star in? Not as the wrestler, but would you want to be in the movie?
I have an answer to a different question that's very related, but then we could do this really fast.
Wow. All right. This is great.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
I have an answer to a different question that's completely unrelated.
Okay.
It's a math question. No,
I shouldn't even ask the question.
New Zealand is my answer. D, New
Nick
Zealand.
about dipping his toes in film and all that. Let's put this out there because it's TMZ. Let's get some people hearing about this. I wrote a script for us. It's a horror comedy. It's like the Iron Claw meets Evil Dead. I'm developing it right now, some people, and I would love to make that happen. So let's make some headlines about that. The Nemeth star in horror comedy.
And Ryan, you were in the Iron Claw. A lot of people, some people don't put those two and two together, but that was very incredible, by the way.
I was honored to be part of that. It was great.
Yeah, that was amazing.
I studied Gino Hernandez matches for months and months and months.
Wow.
And not much of the wrestling made it in there, but we shot for 3 weeks and it was a great opportunity and I appreciate being part of it.
When it comes down to a biopic, it would be Bad Street USA. Michael P.S. Hayes would be me for sure. Ric Flair could have been in there a little bit, but that's maybe not. But something as mainstream as I could think of would be Bad Street USA and watching them do what they do outside the ring, extracurricular activities, as well as going out there and having the entire world shrieking for the Von Erichs like they were the Beatles. That means they're doing their damn job better than anyone else. They got rock and roll involved, and it's much like what we're attempting to do, constantly finding some other venue and some outlet to make ourselves bigger in the wrestling community just to get some more eyes on us. And that's what they went out of their way to do. I would just have to learn to work on the moonwalk a little bit.
Right on, guys. Well, thank you so much.
It's already been done, but I'd say Andy Kaufman. That would be mine.
Oh, okay.
Baby.
There you go. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming on here.
I can be Bob Zamuda. If you're Kaufman, I can be Zamuda, and we can switch out on the outfits. Think about it, Ryan. Tony
TMZ,
Clifton could be either one of us. You'll never know.
How are we going to fund this? I don't know.
I mean, I need my $20 million in the bank, so
Yeah.
sorry, guys.
Yeah, no, guys, we loved having you on here. Everyone's so excited for Bound for Glory on Sunday, October 12th. Do not miss this. There's a ton going on, and some things that are happening we don't even know is coming just yet because they just teased a little bit about themselves popping up at the event, and they said they're going to be booked. They said there's possibly going to be a match. Is that what you guys said?
We will be there in the ring at some point, and I'm not saying anymore.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Ryan, for coming on TMZ's Inside the Ring. Thank you.
Thank you, Pepsi.
Thanks, bro.
Thank you, Pepsi.
Oh, God, Pepsi.